Hello everybody, Lord Almighty here. Today is Thursday, February 15th, 2018, and I've taken a much needed mental health day from the job today in order to come to some local ponds and do some fishing. The old 9 to 5 has been nothing but suck lately, just an endless parade of suck, so I decided to call out and see if I could break the cycle, do something fun. So here we are at the first stop. Don't have a concrete plan together. I got a few spots in mind that I want to try, some high percentage winter spots, but really the day's just going to evolve as it may today. So let's get started, see if we can't put some kind of a plan together. Weather conditions are pretty good today. We got mild temps. It's about 50 degrees right now. It's supposed to get up to 60 later on today, which would easily make that the warmest day that we've had so far this year. We got a bit of a breeze, but not too bad. Overcast skies. It actually would have been nicer if it were sunny out today so that it'd warm the water a little bit more, but you know, at least the temperatures are mild and it doesn't feel too cold. So could work today. Water's kind of stained. We've had a lot of rain lately, so most of the rivers and ponds around New Jersey right now are colored up, but that isn't necessarily a bad thing. I've certainly caught fish out of muddier water than this. There's a fish. Oh, he popped off. No! That felt like a good fish, guys. Wow, that's the first bite I've had all day and he popped off. That sucked. Man, that felt like a really nice fish. Hopefully there's more of them around. I know in the wintertime they school up. There's a fish. I just thumped it. Oh, pickerel. Don't bite me off. All right. Bring him up here. Ooh, solid pickerel. Gonna need the pliers to fish this lure out of here. Get out. Ah, he tore the hell out of my grub. No way I'm getting that back. Alright, well, if you want it that bad, you can have it. That's a solid pickerel right there, and that's a fat fish. It's probably full of eggs. Alright, buddy. Back you go. There we go. None the worse for wear. Alright, well, solid way to get the day started, finally. Okay, well, that fish came on a chatterbait head with a 3-inch Kitech on it, and he absolutely shredded that Kitech. I had to put on a new one. But I decided to make a move to this spot because there's actually a creek channel that runs right under this bridge. Gets about 8 feet deep. So I'm thinking some of these fish might be belly down into that creek channel and maybe coming up a little bit into the shallower water to try and feed with the water temperatures warming up a little bit. And that's one fish missed and one fish landed. So I think I might be onto something here. This could be the spot today. Oh geez! Holy heck! He clobbered this. I was just about to pull it out of the water. The thing comes in out of nowhere. Wow. Boy, I tell you what, I don't care what the water temperature is. Pickerel, man, they are just vicious. Another Another pretty chunky pickerel too. Damn. He smacked the heck out of this thing. Okay, well, now that I know there's a lot of pickerel around, I tied on a fluorocarbon leader. That's definitely going to help with the bite off since it's more abrasion resistant than monofilament. It might not prevent every single bite off, since pickerel, they can friggin' bite through steel, those things. But it'll definitely help more than just keeping the lure straight on the 4-pound main monofilament line that I was using. There we go. Fish on. You hit right in the middle of that creek channel. Another pickerel. All right, buddy. Come on up here. Get that out of your mouth. All right. Another chunky pickerel. Man, they are tearing these Kitex to hell. I'll try to keep this one on for as long as I can, because the Kitex aren't cheap. But man, at this rate, I'm gonna run out of Kitex before I run out of fish to catch. That would suck. There we go, fish on. What do we got here? Looks like another pickerel. Come on up, join the party. The hook fell right out. Another fat pre-spawn pickerel. There she goes. There we go. Hit that one close in. Not very big. Probably just pull him right up. Go. Boy, the pickerel are on the chew today. What else is new, right? Let go of that. Jeez. Let go of that. Alright. Back he goes. Good, I was able to save this grub. Pickerel have been awfully greedy today with my plastics. Alright guys, well, the pickerel bite here pretty much dried up, so I think I'm going to make a move, maybe hit another pond and see if I can't find him biting elsewhere. So sit tight and I'll be back in a couple of seconds. Alright guys, here we are at the next pond, and I'm going to change things up a little bit because I want to see if there's any crappie biting. Might be a little early in the year. Normally they don't get hot and heavy until March, but I've caught crappie right after ice out before, so I don't see why I can't do it today. Gonna start chucking around one of my favorites, little crappie grub on a 1/32 ounce jig head. Let's see if the crappie are gonna cooperate today. Wow, I brought it right through that school and nothing. That's bull honky. Wow, they are not even close to interested. Geez, there's a ton of fish there, but they're just not hitting. That sucks. That really sucks. There we go, fish on. That's a crappie. On the gulp minnow, worked under the float. It's really a great tactic for finicky wintertime fish. You just let the thing float there in front of them, and they can pick it up at their leisure. There we go, first crappie of the day. First crappie of the year, in fact. Hopefully there's a few more around who are willing biters. There we go, another fish. He was way out there in the middle. Another early spring crappie. Well, not even spring, it's still winter. Spring's not for another month. There we go. Alrighty. Starting to figure him out. Maybe. There we go. Boy, he was barely moving that bobber. I think what I have to do is I just have to pay attention to where the schools are, because there are schools of them moving all through here, and I have to cast it out past the school, and what'll happen is either a fish will come out to eat it, or I just got to bring it in slow right into the middle of that school, and then one of them will slurp it up. There we go. Got another one that barely moved that bobber. They're just like kind of sucking it in and hanging there. I mean, this water's cold, so they're not going to move much. Still, I gotta wonder how many fish I might have missed just because they're not moving the bobber, and they'll suck it in and then they'll spit it out. There we go. Found the school again. Another crappie. Boy, these things are fun. There we go. Oh, he popped off. Let me get you back in there. Back in the H2O, where you belong. Alright guys, so the crappie bite was inconsistent. So I decided to jump off of that pattern, and I'm going to see if I can wrap the day up by maybe catching a few bass. So I got this classic floating Rapala ready to go. Gonna see if there's any largemouths around who want to play. Ooh, that was a fish for sure. There he is. What do we got? Oh, it's a largie, and it's a pretty decent one too. Look at this bad boy chomping on the Rapala. Oh, yeah! Not bad. Maybe a pound and a quarter. I think he hit it once and then he came back and hit it again. Very cool. Alright, back you go. Okay guys, so before I wrap up today's video, just wanted to give you guys a little bit of FaceTime and talk about today. So I cut work, I called out sick, and I went fishing, and that's nothing new. I mean, people have been calling out of work to go fishing since both work and fishing have existed on this planet. So I don't think I'm shocking anybody by what happened. But I wanted to point that out specifically because it's all part of keeping yourself mentally healthy. Mental health is just as important as physical health. You know, if you're not mentally healthy, it can incapacitate you just as much as a broken leg. You know, today I woke up and I felt, you know, the weight of all the pressure at work and having to live up to all those expectations, and it was starting to get to me. It was actually something that's been getting to me for a while now. So I decided just to stop it right there before it got any worse, and then do something for myself today. And today was all about fishing. And as a result, I came out, I caught some fish, I had a great time, didn't have to deal with all the BS at work, and now, when I get back to work tomorrow, I'm going to feel mentally rested, I'm going to be able to concentrate better, I'm going to be able to do my job better, all because I took that little bit of time for myself. Now, I'm not saying that your job isn't important or that your schoolwork isn't important, because it is, and you should work very hard at it. But just save some time for yourself too. Take time for yourself. Focus on your own state of mind, because that's important too. In fact, it's a lot more important than any job or any schoolwork. The way I look at it is this way. You're not obliged to smack yourself in the head and give yourself a concussion in the name of your job. So why should you feel obligated to work yourself and stress yourself until you can no longer function normally? It's good to be dedicated to what you do, whether it's your job, your school, or whatever. You know, this country is all about dedication. Always has been, always will be. But it's important to once in a while just take a step back and, you know, do something for yourself, because you're worth it. One of the great philosophers of my generation once said, "Life moves by pretty fast. If you don't stop to look around once in a while, you might miss it." And I don't think truer words have ever been spoken. And that's where I'm going to leave things today. So, thank you all so much for joining me today. Hopefully, you have your way to find your peace from your everyday life. I know I've got mine, and it involves a rod, a reel, and some hungry fish. So thank you all so much, and I will see you on the next adventure.